On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Masculinity.
The qualities or attributes traditionally associated with men, such as physical strength, courage, assertiveness, and so on, the state of being male or manly.
Examples:
Masculinity norms. Toxic masculinity. Research has shown that rigid ideas of masculinity can contribute to domestic violence and other forms of abuse.
Kidnapping.
The act of taking somebody away illegally and holding them captive.
Examples:
Kidnapping attempt. Mass kidnapping. She received a year's imprisonment for aggravated kidnapping.
Brood.
To think much and deeply about something that makes one annoyed, anxious, or angry. Noun, a group of young birds or other animals all produced at one hatching or birth.
Examples:
Brood about the defeat. A brood of chickens. The terrible result brooded over her all day long.
Mantra.
A word or phrase, often repeated, that is used as a focus for the mind during meditation.
Examples:
Campaign mantra. Chant the mantra of structural reform. She repeated her personal mantra to herself to stay motivated.
Ailment.
A slight but often persistent illness.
Examples:
Heart ailment. Age-related ailment. He got timely treatment for his physical ailment of severe back pain.
Joyride.
An act of reckless or unauthorized driving for pleasure or excitement, typically in a stolen car or one belonging to someone else.
Examples:
Joyride adventure. Joyride with friends. Two teenagers were arrested after taking a joyride in a stolen car.
Wreck.
A ship that has sunk or has been destroyed, a vehicle that has been badly damaged in an accident.
Examples:
The house was a wreck. A worthless wreck. The divers accidentally discovered a wreck on the ocean floor.
Relegate.
To assign or dismiss to a lower or less important status or place, to demote.
Examples:
Relegate a matter to another authority. Relegate task. The underperforming team was relegated to a lower division.
Chore.
A routine or tedious task, often related to household or manual labor.
Examples:
Chore list. Household chores. Cleaning the house is a chore that only some enjoy.
Dictate.
To state or give order with total authority, to say or read aloud for somebody else to write down or to be recorded.
Examples:
Dictate a letter to secretary. Dictate to the associate. The Allies dictated the terms of surrender to the country.
Solitary.
Existing, living, or doing without others.
Examples:
Use of solitary confinement. A solitary traveler. He never uttered a solitary word.
Confinement.
The act of confining or limiting movement, often by keeping someone in a specific place or within a specific area, a state of being physically or emotionally restricted or limited.
Examples:
Confinement cell. House confinement. The prisoner spent months in solitary confinement.
Stab.
To cause harm with a sharp, pointed object, such as a knife.
Examples:
Stab at the enemy with a knife. Stab in the chest. He was stabbed many times with scissors.
Hesitant.
Unsure or uncertain about what to do or how to act, reluctant or unwilling to take action or make a decision.
Examples:
Hesitant response. Hesitant to take action. She was hesitant to speak in public, but eventually overcame her fear.
Thug.
A violent or criminal individual, especially one who is part of a group or gang.
Examples:
Local thug. Notorious thug. The police arrested the thug who robbed the convenience store.
Hesitancy.
The state of being hesitant or unsure, a delay or reluctance to act or make a decision.
Examples:
Have no hesitancy in making requests. Social hesitancy. Her hesitancy to speak up in meetings hindered her career advancement.
Rag.
A piece of cloth, especially an old one, torn or cut into strips and used for cleaning.
Examples:
A rag of cloud. Rag doll. He used an old rag to clean the grease off the car's engine.
Windy.
Characterized by or affected by strong winds, of or relating to the wind, describing a person who talks a lot, often in an exaggerated way or without saying much substance.
Examples:
Windy hillside. Windy eloquence. The weather is too windy for us to go on a boat ride.
Facade.
The face or front of a building, especially a large one, superficial or false appearance intended to conceal something unpleasant.
Examples:
The outside facade of a castle. Facade of wealth. A gentle facade concealed his powerfulness.
Jig.
A lively dance with a fast tempo and typically involving hopping movements, a device or tool used for guiding or directing a cutting or drilling tool.
Examples:
dancing a jig. Jig grinding machine. The traditional Irish jig is a lively folk dance involving much footwork.
Molest.
To harass, bother, or annoy someone, often sexually. To touch or handle someone in an unwelcome or inappropriate way.
Examples:
molest a woman on a train. Sexually molest his stepchild. The organization campaigns for stricter penalties for those who molest children.
Babysitter.
A person hired to look after a child or children while the parents are away or occupied. Someone who provides temporary care and supervision for children in the absence of their parents or guardians.
Examples:
need a trustworthy babysitter. Experienced babysitter. Our regular babysitter was sick, so we had to find a replacement at the last minute.
Sow.
To plant or scatter seed, especially in the ground, to establish or set in motion.
Examples:
sow a seed of doubt. Sow a lot of confusion. The farmer sowed the seeds in the field, hoping for a good harvest.
Crucible.
A vessel made of ceramic, metal, or other materials used for melting or fusing substances at high temperatures. A difficult or trying experience that tests one's character or resilience.
Examples:
electric crucible furnace. Fire crucible. The scientific experiment required the use of a high-temperature crucible.
Stale.
No longer fresh, new, or interesting, dull or uninteresting.
Examples:
a stale joke. Stale smell. The bread was stale and not fit for eating.
Fester.
To become infected or inflamed and filled with pus, to become increasingly bitter, resentful, or irritated over time.
Examples:
fester below the surface. Fester for far too long. The wound began to fester after it was not properly cleaned.
Seep.
To flow or leak slowly and gradually through small openings or spaces, to ooze or trickle out gradually.
Examples:
seep cool and moist air. Seep into paper. The rain began to seep through the roof, causing damage to the walls and floors.
Exorcism.
The act of forcibly driving out an evil spirit or demon from a person or place, typically through a ritualistic ceremony or prayer.
Examples:
exorcism ceremony. Demonic exorcism. The priest performed an exorcism to rid the haunted house of its evil spirits.
Testament.
A thing that proves the existence or truth of something else.
Examples:
give properties by testament. Testament to the superior quality. His wealth is a testament to his success.
Determinant.
A factor, circumstance, or condition that contributes to the shaping, influencing, or determining of a particular outcome or result.
Examples:
environmental determinant, a determinant of crop yields. One determinant of success is having a positive attitude and a strong work ethic.
Macho.
Characterized by a strong sense of masculinity or male dominance, often in a way that is perceived as arrogant or aggressive.
Examples:
macho culture, maintain a macho image. His macho posturing was just a cover for his insecurities and lack of confidence.
Eradicate.
To get rid of or destroy something completely, especially something bad.
Examples:
eradicate the deficit, eradicate racial discrimination. We are trying to eradicate this disease from the world.
Illiterate.
Unable to read or write, lacking knowledge in a particular field.
Examples:
illiterate population, illiterate adult. He was illiterate and could not read the instructions.
Groupthink.
A phenomenon where a group of people, often characterized by strong loyalty or common interests, make decisions or hold beliefs that are not necessarily rational or intelligent but rather reflect the desire to conform to the group's views or avoid conflict.
Examples:
groupthink mentality, groupthink phenomenon. The company's failure was attributed to executive groupthink, which led to poor decision-making.